Shinobu begins remembering her past, how a demon killed her parents and tried to kill her as well. However, Imejima arrived in time and hunted down the demon. It was then that Shinobu realized there were people willing to protect others' happiness from demons. She made the decision to join the Demon Slayer Corps as a promise to help others. We return to the present moment where Shinobu aims for Doma's neck. As she attacks, she remembers when Tanjiro asked her if she was angry. The truth is, she was. Her parents, sister, and students all died because of demons, and because of that, she cannot accept them. Once again, Shinobu fails to cut off Doma's head, and the poison doesn't work either. She collapses to the ground. Doma hugs her, mocking her, as he tells her she's better than her sister and that she worked so hard. Just then, Kanao arrives, but it's too late. Doma begins absorbing Shinobu into his body, and she screams as she attacks him. However, Doma overpowers her and continues to absorb her. This triggers Kanao's anger. Meanwhile, on the other side, Zenitsu finally finds what he's been searching for, the Upper Moon 6, Kaigaku. Shinobu begins remembering her past, how a demon killed her parents and tried to kill her as well. However, Imejima arrived in time and hunted down the demon. While Tanjiro and Giyu are searching for Muzan's location in the Infinity Castle, the building tries to separate them, but they remain together. However, a crow arrives to inform them that Shinobu is dead after her battle with Upper Moon 2. Tanjiro is shocked and starts crying, while Giyu continues analyzing the surroundings, focused on their mission. For the first time, we see the new Ubuyashiki heir, along with his two sisters, managing the battle behind the scenes, giving orders to the Demon Slayers. Meanwhile, we return to Zenitsu, who is facing Upper Moon 6, Kaigaku. As they begin talking, Zenitsu asks Kaigaku why he chose to become a demon. He also brings up how their grandfather ended his life after learning that his student Kaigaku turned into a demon. However, Kaigaku doesn't care at all. In fact, he seems pleased about it. This response triggers Zenitsu, and he begins disrespecting Kaigaku. In retaliation, Kaigaku attacks Zenitsu using both his breath and blood demon art techniques. But Zenitsu is quick, appearing behind Kaigaku and slashing him without Kaigaku even realizing it. Zenitsu calls him trash and glares at him with a serious expression, something that makes Kaigaku realize that Zenitsu. As the battle between Kaigaku and Zenitsu continues, Kaigaku gains the upper hand. He dominates the fight. Zenitsu begins to fall through the Infinity Castle, his vision blurring. In that moment, memories from his past resurface when he was just a student. He remembers how Kaigaku always hated him, and although Zenitsu felt the same, deep down, he still respected Kaigaku from the bottom of his heart. He acknowledges that Kaigaku was special and important to their grandfather as well. Zenitsu decides that this is where their paths must finally diverge. He whispers a quiet apology to his former brother-in-arms. With newfound resolve, Zenitsu unleashes a technique never seen before, the seventh form of thunder breathing. In an instant, he beheads Kaigaku, so fast that Kaigaku doesn't even see it coming. As his severed head falls, Kaigaku refuses to accept this ending. He bitterly claims that their grandfather must have had a favorite, a student he secretly taught a hidden technique to. However, Zenitsu, falling to the ground as the poison begins to take over his body, responds, "My grandfather wasn't that kind of person," he says. "This technique, I created it myself, hoping that one day I could fight alongside him."